Hello and welcome to the International Pentagon Challenge. My name is Kyanite and together we'll be embarking on a very special Football Manager journey where we'll aim to try and win every major international competition in all 5 continents, forcing our hand to play with hundreds of different types of players and most importantly hopefully create loads of awesome different types of tactics along the way. Once that's complete, only then are we allowed to set our sights on the biggest of all goals, the FIFA World Cup. How many nations will we have to manage until we work our way to the top? How many dodgy names will we have to pronounce along the way? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Okay, hello everyone and welcome to episode 63 of the International Pentagon Challenge. So here we are, final game of Group E at the 2030 World Cup. And yeah, let's see what's going on really in terms of the group. So Denmark and Spain are top of Group A. I think 3 games played, yeah, so that's it. Denmark and Spain are going through from Group A. Impressive from Denmark to finish above Spain. England, as always, managed to cock it up against Colombia, which means they go in from Group B in 2nd place. Germany top Group C, which means Scotland are knocked out. Brazil and Poland beat Senegal to the top 2 spots in Group D. Obviously, we know Group E, what happened there. Last time round, we didn't know what really unfolded in Group F, G and H, and it looks like Italy have guaranteed promotion from Group F. Saudi Arabia actually somehow managed to beat America 2-1. It's credit where it's due to them. Saudi Arabia in the last 16. Wow. And Belgium look like they've guaranteed getting out of Group H. So really a lot to play for in these last few groups where it is very, very tight between only everyone in Group E. But as you can see, Portugal and Ghana are going to be battling it out. Saudi Arabia will be wanting to hold on to that 2nd spot. France are actually in 4th place. What a poor World Cup it's been for them. It makes you wonder whether it might be worth throwing our CV into the hat once this guy gets the sack. We might do. I'm not sure yet, because you know the French produced some phenomenal regens on this game, and it feels like we'd stand a good chance of competing for the Euros managing France. And yeah, Argentina obviously competing with Mexico to try and get that 2nd place in Group H, whilst Morocco are pretty much down and out. So, yep, let's play Russia. Really, we want to try and win it. A win would really guarantee us finishing within the top 2 within the group. We could still finish first. It really all comes down to goal difference and how Japan get on against Ukraine. If we lose, then yeah, Russia would obviously get 3 points and they would finish in 2nd place on 6 points. So if we end up drawing, it would probably mean that Japan and Ukraine, if they draw, it would all, you know, come down to goal difference and whatnot. So it's very, very difficult to predict what will happen because it depends on what happens in other results. But yeah, without further ado, let's see what we can do. Right, so the way that they are going to be looking to try and play the Russians, who, you know, in a way, I think this Russian team is stronger than the Ukrainian team and the Japanese team that we played so far at this World Cup. Just look at this guy, Rinat Kuranov, 62 million quid, and their bloody playmaker is called Kalashnikov. Can we just nickname him AK-47? AK-47. I mean, there's only so much you can do when he kind of looks like Putin. In terms of how they're going to be looking to play, they're quite possession-based with the false 9 up front in Rizhov, who's not exactly the fastest, plays for Inter Milan, but still a very good player nonetheless. So they're not going to be looking to be that direct. We're going to be quite forward-thinking in terms of how they play their football. Their right winger is world class, so Siam is going to have a very, very difficult time on his hands. I did consider moving Abdurraouf out onto the left, but it would then leave us somewhat exposed at right back, so I'm not willing to do that. And Siam is still pretty good himself, plays in the Premier League. In general, we can see that Golubev is a slightly more forward-thinking player, so there's maybe room for Adil Ramsey to take advantage of there. But yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult. So we're going to kind of keep our shape, try and make some tweaks to make us defensively sound and see if we can play a good direct game on the counter-attack. So in terms of, tactically, we're playing a relatively high line, or simply higher, because they're playing with a false 9. Now I'm kind of hoping that our ball-winning midfielder occupying that space that the false 9 will be drifting into will help, and the inverted wing-back will also give us an extra man centrally. And we're going to be starting off more disciplined for the first 10-15 minutes or so. Really, the game plan for us is to be pretty direct. It's to try and hit them on the counter attack, and we will make tweaks for that, like removing retaining possession and whatnot. I'm not really bothered about possession. Some of these teams that we're playing against are so much better than us that we're never really going to maintain more than 40% possession against them anyways. I'm really more fussed about us remaining defensively solid, and then considering throwing the kitchen sink within the last 10 minutes when we really need to, if we really need to, of course, depending on other results. We've got Ramsey on attack, try and maybe capitalise on the fact that their right wing back comes forward a little bit more, but also because he is the better winger, in my opinion. He is the player we want to be playing a little bit more offensive. And as we've approached the first 15 minutes or so, we've only got 35% of possession, but I don't really feel like we've done too badly so far, so we can be happy with the performance as things currently stand. So now that the first 15 minutes have passed, I will remove retain possession, and let's start counter-attacking, shall we? That's what's going through my head right now, so more expressive. Exploiting both flanks, we're no longer looking to play out of defence. Let's try and cause them problems and get running at them. That's a nice ball out wide towards El Sayed, and this is really food for him to feed on. And Shauki took a bite, but unfortunately his tooth fell out. He's headed over the bar, and we've headed over the bar again. Actually it looks like it's a corner, so it's probably the Russians that headed over the bar, but still, so unfortunate there. Can we keep this in a dangerous area? Gets picked up by the bloody Kalashnikov instead. That's a superb tackle from Ramadan Subhi. So we're still well and truly in this game. Really happy with how we've done this so far. We're hitting them on the counter-attack, but we cannot finish. The game plan has been perfect so far, guys. There's a first clear-cut chance again. I mean, we lost to the Japanese and we had 3 clear-cut chances to their 1, but we're lacking that, extra bit of just quality that some of these other teams unfortunately have. Tell the lads to concentrate. Let's not concede here. You can see they keep the ball well, do the Russians, and they slowly but surely lure you into giving them a penalty as they slowly make their way into the box with the false 9. I mean, don't get me wrong, even if we somehow miraculously manage to get something from this game, we're going to get knocked out in the last 16. We'll get matched against someone like Brazil or someone like that. But I think even if we get knocked out after this game, I think it's safe to say we've definitely enjoyed this World Cup run with Egypt. It's certainly been it's been more fun than the one we had with England, to say the least, right? So, yeah. And I think it leaves us in good stead to kind of get rid of some of the oldies, see exactly the cards, we've been dealt to go into the next African Cup of Nations with. And if we don't get given the France job or something like that we could or we could not apply for, it's just because after the World Cup, a lot of interesting jobs become available. We can always come back to Egypt or Africa later if we want to. Yeah, so that's always an option for us. So Hussein Said's had a bit of a poor performance. To be fair, both strikers have. It's not exactly been a game full of attacking opportunities. And it looks like at half-time, Japan are also drawing with Ukraine. And if things remain as they currently are, then we go through. Tell them I'm not happy. That's a good reaction. I was worried then that it might go wrong. Hussein Said can become a complete forward on attack. Get him involved a little bit more physically. You need to be realistic, I feel like, in scenarios like this. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter whether you're a tactical genius and whatnot. At the end of the day, when you're Egypt up against Russia, it doesn't matter what you do. You've got to concede the fact that you've got to concede the fact that the Russians are probably going to have a better game than you. You've got to concede the fact that they do have better technical players than you. So there we go. Japan are 1-0 up against Ukraine. I think that still leaves us in second place if we can leave this game with a draw. And this is the type of counter-attacking chance we need. But it's a good tackle from Dmitriev. But Kansidorov, referee. No, to be fair, that's inside the box. Hello? Okay, can we shoot? Our player picked the ball up there. It makes me wonder if he actually took a shot on goal. This is nice. Decent cross lobbed in towards a back post, but we can't win the header against these massive Russian centre backs. Could be worth maybe looking at low crosses. Finish. Oh, unlucky. This is nice football from us. It's offside. I'm going to change it to low crosses. See if we get a little bit more fortune doing that. But, you know, we're doing okay. We are doing okay. I think now as we start to approach the last, Vorob has come on for Kuranov, who plays for Athletic. Oh, bloody hell, I got some decent players. Do these bloody Russians. Reminds me of, what song is it? Rasputin. Oh, Japan 3, Ukraine 0. When the Bonnie M guy goes, "Oh, damn Russians," at the end. Ding 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 ding. Oh, I thought we were going to score there to the music. Oh God, what a save that was from the Russian goalkeeper. That's how the Ramsey bloody suspended for the last 16. Should we get there? I don't think we've made a single substitution here, and our players are absolutely cream crackered. What do we do? Shouty's not had the best of games. While he's been a very important player for us in the build-up to this World Cup, he's not exactly set the world on fire at the actual World Cup itself. So seems a bit of a... He seems decent in terms of playing against Africans, but he seems to struggle, you know, when it comes to playing against slightly better players. So Farouk will come on as a second... Ball, no, it's a central midfielder on defend. Yeah, we'll go with that. I've just realised that we've played this whole game actually on an attacking mentality, so I'm going to actually drop that now. And we'll have a bit of that as we're looking to move the clock down a little bit. And yeah, I mean, Elsayer's had a decent game. Ramsey Ramsey, meanwhile, hasn't. Let's bring on Islam Sabir. Play him as an inside forward on support, but make sure that he is tracking back and doing his defensive duties, really, against Vojojev, or whatever he's called. And just to, you know, solidify that up, Siam can defend. And I think now I need to figure out how I can actually view what's going on within this group. That wasn't exactly the best defending from a corner either. I've just realised that I've just bloody put the league table behind my head. I always do that. I'm sorry, guys. Used to do that all the time in the FM17 Blackburn save. Oh, good save, goalkeeper. Good, 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 good. Come on, boys. Come on. We could do with a tighten up shout or two now. There's no point, you know, for me in terms of like, oh, let's counter-attack them and whatnot. Nah. The last 10 minutes, we need to look at the amount of men they're throwing forward. Do not... AK-47 is offside. I thought they were given a penalty then. Okay, so counter-attack. We're defending narrowly, retain possession, more disciplined, stick to positions, and let's try and slow the game down ourselves. So, slow pace down. Once we're in the last 5 minutes, we can go defensive and enable the time wasting. It's good. Oh no! You have not just done that. You have not just done that. Boys. Boys. I trust you to play out the back, right? But I don't want you to take the piss. I don't trust us to play out the back after seeing that. Not today. Not today. Okay, not today. Yeah, you can still give it to the fullbacks. I'm not ready to, but I should just give it to Sabir. So here we go, 85th minute. They're going direct. They're throwing pretty much everything at us. And... as a result of that, it's probably about time that we have a bit of that. We need... oh, God. Okay. Siam's going to come on there, and Herney's going to come on here. It's not going to kill him for the last few minutes to be on the pitch if he's a little bit slow, I don't think. And, yeah. Get rid, boys. Get rid. They've thrown absolutely everyone and everything forward here. The referee's claiming that he's dived in the box. To be fair, that kind of looked like a foul to me. But then again, we did get the ball because we cleared it, so it's a bit of a difficult one. That could be the first time I've actually seen a dive like that on purpose, you know, in Football Manager. Like, the amount of Football Manager I've played, you'd have thought that I would have seen that before, but apparently not. Oh, no. Guys, tighten up for the love of everything Egyptian. 5 minutes added time. 5 minutes added time. What are 5 minutes added time for? Oh, God. That guy was ganged up on by like about 7 Egyptians. Come on, boys. Oh my God, look at this formation. No wonder they're so wide. I've just noticed. Why would you do that when you're chasing a goal? Like 3 centre-backs. 5 at the back with 2 holding midfielders. I mean, I understand they're probably on overload and whatnot, but I don't know. I'm not a fan. Okay, 2 seconds or 2 minutes rather to go. Play even safer. Just defend and do things and just get rid of the ball when you can and just be limited and shit. I don't know anymore. Let's just make history and get a draw. Come on, boys. We can do this. There we go. 5 seconds to go. And unlike against Japan, have we managed to hold on to things here? And we have. There we go. There we go. We finished second in the group behind Japan. And you know, the funny thing is, coming into this group, I think I said Russia and Ukraine were my favourites. And us and Japan, who are like the underdogs coming into this, are the team that have managed to get into the last 16. Unbelievable. Despite being under the cosh. Well, lads, you know, we came into the game wanting to play counter-attacking football. We had chances ourselves. We can see Ramsey is actually suspended for the next round, so that's probably us getting knocked out. But I'm going to quickly go to the draw now and see who we actually end up playing against. Right, I just pressed continue and then this happened. So we're playing the Italians. I mean, we were eventually going to have to face one of these teams. They're ranked second in the world. Fabio Cannavaro, oh wow, is their manager. And, well, just look at the clubs that their teams play for, really. And that is that. So let's just see what happened in the other groups. Italy and Portugal both qualified from Group F, and we've been drawn against Italy. Group G and Group H are yet to be played. So I'm actually really intrigued to see what happens with those groups. But the games are yet to be played. Surely they'll be played before our second round game. There we go. I think France need to beat Saudi Arabia here, otherwise they're pretty much out. They could already be out, I'm not sure. So Mexico beat Argentina, who were the holders, 2-0, and Belgium pretty much guaranteed them going through. So there we go. Belgium and Mexico qualify from Group H. And France did beat Saudi Arabia 2-0, and the US drew to Holland, which is actually quite a good result. Draw merchants, really, are the Americans at this World Cup. So with that win, France do prevent Saudi Arabia from going through to the last 16. The US finish at the bottom of the group, like I said, draw merchants. And yeah, Holland and France live to fight another day, so we might not actually get that French job. If we take a look at all the second round games, Denmark have England, Spain play Colombia, Poland play Germany. Oh, that's a game and a half, isn't it? Paraguay play Brazil. That's a nice South American derby. Portugal have Japan. I think Portugal will probably see past them. We have Italy. Netherlands have Mexico. And France have Belgium. And on that note, that is going to be it for this episode. I think what's really intriguing is that obviously Argentina won the past 2 World Cups on the game. And they've gotten knocked out, you know, in the group stages this World Cup. So we are going to have new World Cup champions. The one thing I do know is that it's not going to be Egypt. Thanks for watching.